Thank you. Thank you.
Julius,
hello.
good to have you with us.
Mr. Mwale. Mr. Mwale.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thanks for taking the time.
Guys, yeah, really excited to have you guys all back. This reminds me of BlockDown 1.0 back in April. What are some of the updates that you guys can share with us with Mwale and Akoin?
So we have some big announcements, and we're really glad that Julius could take the time to join us here. He's our teammate and friend, close collaborator, along with his team on the ground in Mwale Medical and Technology City there in Western Kenya, Kakamega County, where there's a lot of innovation going on, not just the 5,000-bed state-of-the-art hospital with some of the most advanced cancer treatment facilities, not only in Africa, but on the world, one of the largest healthcare facilities on the planet. We're super excited to share that not only is Akoin the digital transaction tool of MMTC, Mwale Medical and Technology City, but we're going to do some super innovative things there that we are gearing up right this second. Before the year is out, we not only will have tested using Akoin for payroll for the employees of MMTC, but ultimately all of the employees will be paid that way. We've got a whole bunch of tools and tricks together to make this one of the most vibrant utilization cases on the planet. And Julius is, again, a close collaborator and has an unbelievable team behind him that we work with on a daily basis. So we really just wanted to bring him in with us and talk about some of the things that we're doing and some of the tools that we bring into the mix. And this will fit in a little bit more closely. I'm going to steal just a slight bit of thunder from what's going on. So Julius, as you look up and you see Chris Daw, Chris will be putting the first Akoin Effect Opportunity Hub in your backyard, right off of the food court in MMTC, which will also have an adjacent cash in and cash out location. But before we get there, we're doing a whole bunch of innovative things together to stimulate and actually really create a very seamless pathway to mass utilization. So if I can just share two metrics in super quickly, then I'll pass the baton. One is the city, as it will be completed shortly, will have somewhere around 35,000 residents and over 9,000 employees across all the different areas of activity, from the hospital to the mall to the restaurants to all kinds of things that one would have in a city, the power plant, et cetera, et cetera. And there are a lot of amazing things happening there that will benefit from instant and seamless transaction life. So I think I'll pass the baton just with that. Lynn, you want to jump in for a minute and share some things, and then let's get Julius talking about his excitement and his team's excitement.
Yeah, I want to say, I mean, Julius, you know this. Your team is amazing, and it's been so exciting. This is our first Akoin city deployment. So today's news: the token AKN being launched live on an exchange, and then a city deployment. I mean, I don't know if it gets bigger, but then we go into the deep, right? And we sit with your team every week and we talk about how does someone get paid in payroll? How do they go to their merchant? How do they make the payment? What is the merchancy? What's that experience? Working through all the way to larger enterprise experiences, right? So hospitals and utility companies can also receive and do invoicing with Akoin. You couldn't have given a team like ours a bigger dream. And I just want to say thank you for trusting us with that, Julius, because it's such a joy. And I'll just say, we already had our deployment ready, and then your team came back with just beautiful user interface visuals that showed like futuristic thinking, which is very exactly when I think about Mwale Medical and Technology City. You're out there, you're futuristic. So we were so blown away. Our team went crack whip to work on it, just so the user was feeling like this is the coolest thing in the world to use Akoin in this city. And then all the way to we're making sure that even beyond the city, the users have an Akoin card that they actually can go out into the global economy, right? So we're covering all the bases, but again, from our humble zone over here, it's really been beautiful. And so 30 days out, testing, and then into the new year, you know, the city explodes with Akoin at the center. So just a humble thank you. And please do, Julius, Mr. Mwale, share your feelings, you know, where you're going. I pass the baton to you, sir.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, and it's an honor again to be back at BlockDown. We were, I think, together in April this year, and then we talked about, I think, our relationship and how we're putting it together, launching it later this year. And I think, as John and yourself, I think, put up, we are ready. Our team is ready. We've been working, I think, week in, week out with your team. And we're expecting to do an initial 30,000 transactions starting, you know, next month. That's about, you know, the transactions that will be atomic swap, where you'll be able to swap between minutes and Akoin, between M-Pesa and Akoin, and then, of course, the dollar currency and Akoin. Yeah, so we want to begin with that, you know, for 30 days, 30,000 transactions, and then, of course, be able to scale it up, get a credit card for Akoin, and then get it all to basically make sure that we have, you know, about 1.5 million transactions a month. That's 5,000 workers for 1.5 million transactions a month after the initial 30,000. So we are very excited into that. Yeah, for the progress of the city, we expect it to complete fully by the end of this year. The hospital will have 5,000 beds by the beginning of January. We are working on the power plant as we speak, utility payments, the bill payments, with more than 35,000 residents will be, you know, they all use Akoin platform, yeah, to be able to do that. So it will be exclusive Akoin, you know, the cryptocurrency city, you know, using blockchain, you know, system for the city. So today, 35,000 residents, yeah, you know, over 2,000 merchants, you know, doing different businesses, from farmers, you know, small business, you know, stall people. We're going to implement, you know, Akoin system, yeah, in all of them. And I think we are sure that by the end of 2021, our 20,000 plus workers that will be working in the city, payroll systems, you know, also transactions at the airport. We have an airport being built. Yeah, you know, people checking in, checking out, buying into stores at the airport. We're gonna use exclusively Akoin by the end of 2021 for that. Yeah, so we're very excited, you know, to really bring up this good news, and we're looking forward for the next year that's coming up, working together and revolutionizing, you know, the blockchain with Akoin as, you know, the main, you know, currency for the city.
I've got chills. I just can say I've got chills. I hope everyone is feeling that between your smile, our collective team's energy. This is the biggest thing going. So
incredibly exciting. What I would like to maybe ask for the audience, because obviously when something like this is going on anywhere in the world, but especially like a place like Mwale, I'm thinking, what are the people in the community actually saying, and what is the excitement and some of the energies that are going on there? I'd like to hear it, but then eventually I would like to actually see it in person as soon as possible as well. So yeah, maybe Julius, you can share what is some of the excitement of the people in and around town.
People are very, very excited. Thank you very much. Right now the city uses M-Pesa. You know, it's a digital currency for the phone. A lot of transaction fees are charged, you know, the population. Most of the people in the city area and the environment, they don't make a lot of money. So transaction fees, you know, they're very expensive for them. But now with the Akoin, you know, ecosystem, we're going within the ecosystem. There won't be any charges for the transaction fees within the ecosystem. The only charges will come if you're getting out of the network. So people are very excited. They're going to save a lot of money as, you know, they move forward, you know, in the implementation of Akoin.
That is absolutely amazing. That is really the power of blockchain and these instant transactions, especially when there's no fees involved in transacting like this. So I think Africa is a major use case for this technology, but in a different way that the first world is using blockchain technologies. The financial systems are clearly broken, all right? It's not a secret anymore. They're clearly broken. But there's different types of financial systems, like you said, with the phone credits within Africa. This is another financial type of a system, and charging, these providers, taking their big major fees from people that are not making that much money anyways. This can really shape and fix a lot of things. So this is incredibly, incredibly exciting. This is amazing news. Maybe Lynn, you can share some news on the next stages and the next steps that you see that are in front of us over the next couple of months.
Thank you. And I just want to say, every sliver of transaction fees counts. Julia set us on this mission, and we work tirelessly to bring every single cost down, even beyond our ecosystem, because we live in a bit more of a luxury here, and we take X percentages. So it's really important to us to make sure this is better and saving people lots of money. And their coin, we want it to feel like it's their coin. As mentioned, and I think, John, you'll add, we are literally around the clock just working towards the test and really thinking about the user experience. So if you can imagine the use cases we're going through to make sure no step is missed, the users, the people of Mwale know how to go through cryptocurrency or M-Pesa experiences. So they're really primed for this experience, but we've mapped out every single step that they'll be taking in this experience, testing it in the next 30 days. And then, as Julius mentioned, from 30K to 1.5 million transactions, we are ready for that scale. And that just gets us very, very excited. So I'm pretty sure there's another BlockDown before the end of the year, and you'll be seeing us there with, as you said, Chris, some live experiences of people really sharing how it's going for them and what they're finding energizing. So, John or Julius, anything to add? I also will say, stay tuned, because I know you're teeing up sort of, talk about future Akoin City video trailer, which really, this is a real testing ground for that and a base for that. So after this, so John or Julius, anything to add? I'm just giddy. So on and on.
So as the audience knows, the Akoin is going to be the exclusive cryptocurrency for Akoin City. So Mwale City is just a pilot. It's a pilot for the bigger Akoin, cryptocurrency operation at Akoin City. And our hospital, this hospital where we're launching this now, will also be basically taking space and building at Akoin City. And as we build there, we move there with these transactions. So this is the test ground for Akoin before it moves into the Akoin City as we start building there next year. To literally turn Africa into a cryptocurrency, ecosystem within the next decade. So that's what we're looking at.
Absolutely amazing. One thing that I would like to point out, what you mentioned is about fees of transacting in cryptocurrencies. Now, sometimes in this new world of cryptocurrencies, you have to understand that there's security. So there are sometimes some pretty heavy, costly fees with transacting with these cryptocurrencies. Like on Ethereum right now, everybody's calling it a little bit broken because the transaction fees for doing a $15 transaction can sometimes be triple or quadruple that $15 just to do one transaction. But now there's many third-generation blockchains and other types of blockchains that can really bring those down so you can scale these things up. So maybe you can talk about quickly who you've chosen to build upon. And obviously the biggest reason is because of microtransactions, but who are you building with?
So we'll just say we're doing Stellar, and Lynn will tell you exactly why. But before we get there, just note, it's not just about the ease and frictionless nature of transactions. It's about having access points to other types of stores of value, whether fiat currencies like dollar, euro, pound, or things that are a bit more of a store of value thing, whether a USDT, a Tether stable coin, or Bitcoin as an investment tool. So just providing users with choices as opposed to just working with M-Pesa or doing a transaction with a prepaid sell minute. We've broadened the playing field heavily.
Yeah. And I'll just add, we strategically chose Stellar. One, highest level, their commitment to bringing blockchain and cryptocurrency, yes, to the unbanked, to the developing countries, and really focused on keeping their transaction fees very, very minimal So that was base. That was one, a shared mission, low transaction fees. And what we're finding, and I know our tech team is watching today, the amazing job that our technology team has done in integrating into the Stellar Anchor network. And for those of you on Stellar, you'll know what this means. Their Anchor network allows you the most endpoints into local currencies, right? So we want people starting in Mwale, but throughout Africa, to be able to move in and out of their local currency if they so choose. And to John's point, into other cryptocurrencies and stores of value. We want as much interoperability, but we're really proud of what Stellar has done and their commitment in allowing that interchangeability between crypto, in our case, Akoin, and local stable currencies. So that's something you'll see as an option within Mwale and throughout our entire deployment. So that was a big strategic decision for us with Stellar that has really proven out wonderfully, and you'll see it live.
Phenomenal. This is absolutely exciting. I would like to ask any of you guys if you have some last thoughts or comments that you want to share with the BlockDown community, because I don't have any other questions. I'm blown away every time that I talk to you guys, hearing about these different partnerships. I know we talk often about stuff we're working on, but we never talk about the stuff that you're working on after we get off calls, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So maybe you guys can have some closing thoughts on this partnership and this pilot to Akoin City and what it really means.
How about when can we get you there, Chris? We need you in Mwale, so I'll end with that.
I promise you I will get there, and I think we know that I'm trying to get there, and I'm going to get there. So Julius, I will see you very soon, and we will make things happen. I know you've been making it all happen yourself, but I'm coming over to help a little bit, and I can pretty much guarantee by the end of the year I'll be seeing you there.
Yeah,
So,
we'll
just a
look forward to having you. Yeah.
Couple of just quick things to add before we end this. I mean, Akoin is much as it sounds like Akoin, it is a coin for Africa, and our mission is to have mass utilization tools for the average person to use on a day-to-day basis. This isn't just an investment tool. This is something that's supposed to create all kinds of ways for people to learn, earn, spend, and save, with tools and services to improve their lives, whether as business people or just regular people on a day-to-day life. So, this is the coin for Africa, and our starting point, our flag in the ground initially, is in Julius's backyard there in MMTC, and we're just so excited to be partnered with Julius and his team. They're unbelievable.
Yes. And so just to add on to it, as part of the closing remarks, the government in Kenya here, it literally outlawed the cash transactions and any other transaction other than digital. So everything since the COVID-19 pandemic began has been on digital, transactions. And so Akoin, talking about the timing, this is the best timing for it, because everybody now has to basically, operate in digital transactions. And it's been very easy for us to transition to Akoin from other digital transactions, the M-Pesa and other transactions that we already have in place. Number two, as we talked earlier, we're looking forward into launching the credit card, for Akoin, so that, merchants, anybody that accepts, MasterCard and Visa will be able to accept, Akoin, will be able to use that. And then they can travel with it. They transfer money into their bank account, put it on the card. They can use it for Akoin. They can swap that, within other currencies, within that system. So we're very excited looking at that. And of course, 5,000 plus of our employees and our workers are very excited, looking forward, to working with Akoin.
Do you have any closing remarks?
Roll the video. I know I busted butt to get this Akoin City, from Mwale into Akoin City. We got a roadmap ahead, but I think that's next up. Beautiful Akoin City trailer, yes?
That's what's coming up for sure, and we're going to do that right now. So listen, Julius, thank you very much for being with us. John and Liz, I think we'll see you again just in a few moments, and we will roll the Akoin City video trailer. Julius, thank you so much. I'll see you soon, and John and Liz, we'll see you in a moment.
Bye.